Hi, everyone. Ann Butler here with Bella Crafts Publishing. We are happy to be back. Lisa is here. She just is taking care of something real quick, and she will pop in when she is available. So we are thrilled today to be working with GinaK products. We love Gina. She's a dear friend, and it is always nice when we get to support our friends and their businesses. And my project today is actually inspired by a project Gina did not too long ago. And I thought I could take the same concept of what she did and put my own spin on it by using my own stamps. So that is what we're doing today. I am just looking on here to make sure we are live. And if anybody is, there's Rebecca. Okay, so we are. But yeah, we are working with Gina's products today. I am using her ink and her masking magic from Thermoweb, which is a great product. I've used it before for some lives, and it is a product sometimes I forget to grab and use. It is very cool. So you will see that. And hey, Dorothy. Hi, Sylvia. And there is Lisa. Oh, wait. I'll unmute you. You're muted. There you go. Oh, must have did that at the same time. Hi, Helen.
Hi, guys.
So,
it looks so cloudy. I don't know what.
Yeah. When we came back in for this live, Lisa she said her other tripod would work, and she was playing with things so she could have everything facing the right way next week. And she was all cloudy. So we're not sure why. It's just, and she tried cleaning her camera off, and it's just like a little.
It's got to be the coloring. I mean, the lighting.
Well, the lighting could be different now because I
moved it too because it was right here in front of me.
Oh, and when I present, I always shut my overhead lights off.
Right.
So I have like an out light on my counter. So then everything doesn't glare when I'm doing my project because I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
it's always something, right?
Right. I'm looking forward to this fall or winter because my son is going to put my camera and all my lighting up on my ceiling.
That will be so nice.
And my desk won't shake when I'm doing things. It's those little things that you really want. It
is. So I'm telling you guys, you have no idea what goes on behind the scenes to do one of these. It is insane, the crazy stuff that we do. But
we're happy to be here, and we're happy to have all of you.
Yeah.
And
I wish my lighting was better, but
I want to remind you guys to like, comment, and share with the hashtag Bella Crafts to enter for this week's giveaway. This week will be given away next week. And it is a $25 gift card to Gina's shop. And Lisa is going to announce the winner from last week. Last week, it is a prize package of Thermoweb products that we are giving away. And we will announce that winner at the end of my project. But otherwise, I am going to go ahead and put my camera down and
all right.
Get started on my project. It's really, I said this at the beginning, but I don't think there was anybody in here. Maybe Rebecca was here. But my project is inspired by a project Gina did not too long ago. Although for my project, I am using some of my stencils from Stencil Girl products. So I have a collection here that maybe some of you haven't seen that I would share. The ones I'm using, so like these come in a 9x12 stencil, but I have a set where I cut out each of these hexagons so they're easy to use. So I do that sometimes with my stencils. These are my Americana ones that you guys saw maybe last week. So I also have the triangles. So I went ahead and inked them out so you guys could see what they look like. All inked out. Hi, Zakaya. And then these are the circles. So these are fun just to have an area. These are ovals, and these I've used quite often, and they're perfect at Easter for an Easter egg shape. They really work well for that. Then I have the squares. And I'm just showing these ones too, because you haven't, I haven't used some of these for a while. And I have a lot more with Stencil Girl, but these are just some that I wanted to share with you. So these are rectangles, and then this is what the hexagons look like, inked up. And then I wanted to share with you on Gina's website. She has got her favorite color combinations. This is just one sheet, and she's going to put more up. But this is really nice because you can see the three colors. The colors show up so much better on your computer, and but it does give the names of these. And I just thought this would be something that for those of you that have Gina's inks, you might want to print this out, and it's right on her website. But this is showing for a layering flower the order in which she does her colors, and this is with her inks. So that's kind of cool. I thought I'd share that with you. And today I am using the Masking Magic. Okay, so this comes in full sheets and strips. And most what I have, what I was using today is the full sheets I cut into strips, but this one is cut into 1/4 inch strips. And then she has them, so they're a full sheet. So what, maybe there's 2 sizes in here because I had not looked. Okay, so these are the little tiny ones. This is very cool. So these are about, I want to say, 1/8 of an inch. So these are the ones we're using today. And then you don't have to cut all your own, because when I've done this before, I've always taken and cut all my own strips. So that's what you have here. But I think I'll go ahead and use this. I'm going to go ahead and put a craft sheet down so that I don't ink up my lovely tabletop. And I pre-die cut some panels. This is a little smaller than A2 because a lot of the cards that I have, that I create, I use this, and then I put one of these behind it, the stitch scallop. And then I put that on for an A2 card. So I always have these ready, and these panels are great to have just available. So I'm going to use this stitched line as my guide, and I'm going to use this wider strip to hold it in place. And like I said, this is a project that Gina did one similarly a while back, and I thought it was really cool, and I wanted to try it with my own stamps. to see how well it worked. And I mean, it works perfectly. So I am just taping this down right on to my craft sheet and at that stitched line. And what's really cool about these strips, they're reusable. So you can put them right back onto that carrier sheet it came off of, and you can reuse them. So then next I'm going to take these small strips and just block areas off. And I think you can have fun with this. I think you could do different shapes. I mean, you could come across and do a real have a real geometric look to it. I'm just doing some triangles. Although maybe I should try something a little bit different.
It is fun though.
It is. I mean, it's just whatever you want to do. And then what's cool about this is you can do whatever shapes you really want. And like I said, I could come in here and block that off right there if I wanted.
Cool.
Do something a little bit different. And then you have smaller areas that you're inking up. And you can do this as many times as you want. I know on some of my samples, I went ahead and put the one at the top and the one at the bottom and then filled in, because that way I could be sure that I had all definite triangle types, shapes. I think I have a piece of hair right there. Don't want that on there. It's actually on the Masking Magic. So I want to get that off. So there. That's what we're going to start with. And then I'm going to grab, so I just grabbed a variety of my stencils, and you can tell they're well loved. But so my square, like I said, my big 9x12s, I cut those apart so they're easier to use. I did not do that for my Americana stamps because this line between the patterns is so small. I mean, it's about 1/4 inch, and I just don't want to ruin it. Whereas on some of them, it's wider and it's easier. So the choice is yours. You would not ever have to cut your stencils like I did here. So I am going to, I have a variety of colors here. I think I'm going to use the wild dandelion for sure, and the sweet mango. And then for one more color, the coral red, the jelly bean green, or the turquoise sea.
Turquoise.
Okay, we'll go with Lisa's choice. She didn't even give you guys a chance, did she?
Yeah, I know. Right?
It was like, oh my goodness.
I know, but I love that combination. It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. So what you want to do is also have some Post-it notes handy. Okay? Because while the Masking Magic is separating the sections, you don't want to get ink. I'm trying to not get my head in the camera. You don't want to get ink into that next section, right? And then you're going to take and make sure your stamp is big enough for that area. And you can put your stamp in any direction. This is really a free form technique that I'm doing. And I'm going to take the wild dandelion, and I'm just taking one of my brushes here, and I'm inking this up, and I'm holding this in place. You could tape it down. This is such a small area, I don't feel like I have to tape it down. And I'm just coming in and going over the stencil to create that pattern on my cardstock. And I think I moved it just a touch. There we go. And because I don't have my overhead light on, sometimes I'm not sure about exactly what I can see, but I think I got that whole thing. So you want to do it until it's dark enough and has the desired result you want. So you can lift it up to see it. If you want a little bit more, you can just go right over that more, because you want this layer dark, because then you're going to take your same brush and just go over the entire thing. So instead of being stark white in the background, it's going to be just a little bit of the wild dandelion, but yet you're going over it, but you still see that whole pattern. And now, because I'm using 3 colors, I'm going to lift this up, and I know I'm going to go the other 2 colors here. So this would be my next yellow one. And since I have the brush out, I'm going to go ahead and do all of my yellow first. And for this one, I have to come in and tape off 2 sections, right? And then I'm going to look at my stencils and see, I think I want to do this one. And I'm going to ink this right back up. This is fun, a fun way to play with your stencils if you haven't for a while, and just get them out and start creating some really cool patterns. Because I think we all have lots of supplies that we don't use enough. And I know Rebecca said in the last live, she's trying to use up some of the stuff she has, you know, because we love products, right? I mean, we love paper, we love stamps and ink and everything, but it's nice to get out what we have and really play with it. And this is like what I did last week. I played with my stencils also. It's just fun to get things out and play. And this is something you could do with your kids or your grandkids. For them, I would tape this down. But even if you did the stencil part, they could come in and very lightly come over this and color that entire section for you. So there's always a way to incorporate crafts with your kids or grandkids. So I'm going to pull this one off and this one off. And then I'm going to count 1, 2, and that's the 3rd one again. And I'm going to put these back down. This Post-it note is a great size. I mean, it really is. And I like to buy this size because it has the lines on it and I can make a list. So for this one, I think I'm going to use the dots. I love this background. And Isabel, I've done something before with masking off sections, but hadn't thought of including stencils. Yeah, it is a great way to create backgrounds for cards. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I love techniques, and I think this is great technique, even though, like I said, I did not come up with this. This is one Gina had done. And I thought it was perfect to incorporate my own stencils with it, which is why I chose to do this one today.
Yeah. That's fun though.
It is. And sometimes we have supplies and we never get them out. And
that is so true.
this is something to where we could create tons of these backgrounds and just have them ready for cards.
Yep.
You don't have to, just because you do this doesn't mean you have to make the card right away either. So those are my 3 sections of the wild dandelion. And you could go down and do each section, but I thought since I have it out, I will go ahead and use that on all 3. So the next section I'm going to use is the sweet mango. And again, I am just putting this down because it is protecting that white area, or the already inked area in this case. So for this one, I'm going to use this stamp. And so when you're using your stamps, you want to make sure you get part of that, or not stamp, stencil. You want to make sure you get part of it all the way in there in the corner too. Just so that you have more of that stencil.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave leave like a white little area there too.
Well, you would never be doing that because you're going over it with the same color, right?
Okay.
So it would be colored, which is a good reason to go over it, because if you don't go over it, you are going to have those white areas, and when you pull up the masking magic, those shapes are not going to be defined.
Right.
Unless you fill in that whole thing. So I just love this. I think this is a cool stamp or stencil. And this is such a relaxing thing to do. The most unrelaxing thing of this is not wiping the stencils off right away. But it's just ink. No, it's not paint. If it was paint, you'd want to throw it into some water right away, but it is just ink. So then I know this is going to be the turquoise, and I want this next to the wild dandelion. And then I think maybe I'm going to use the stars, if I can find enough an area with enough small stars, because there is this area right in here that has small ones like that. I'm going to put more ink on this to start with because I didn't have enough ink on there, so I had to keep re-inking it. Use up paper and embellishments too, Dorothy. I'm trying to use my images and already stamped and colored to complete cards. Right. If you make a bunch of these in advance, then it's easy to come in and do a card real quick when you go, oh my goodness, it's so-and-so's birthday, or oh my goodness, it's somebody's anniversary, or you just want to do just a note card and send something off in the mail to someone. It's nice to have those base cards, that part done, so you can just come in real quickly and create a card in minutes. My husband is always impressed when I'm able to just pull a card out right away. Even if it's not done, it just takes me a couple minutes to throw something together. I think the only cards I ever really have done in advance are the grandkids' birthday cards, because their birthdays I remember. See, so you can just use parts of a stencil. You don't have to always feel like because you have this big area, which is for an A2 card, you don't have to do the entire thing, right? I mean, it's nice to have the option to just use pieces of a stencil. So I'm going to put this right there. And then I think I'm going to use this striped one if the area is, that's where I'm not sure, that's not quite big enough. So I think I'll use this striped one because it won't matter because these are little jotted lines everywhere. It doesn't matter. The stripe would be continuous. If I can't get the whole thing, I wouldn't want to do that. Actually, I think I'm going to do this one. And if you don't have brushes, you can use daubers to do this. You can use makeup sponges. You don't have to have the brushes. It's a nice, it's nice to have them, but you can totally do this technique with just makeup sponges, which you can usually get at the dollar store. That's where I get mine. Because I don't use them for makeup. I use them again for crafts. But if I can get them there, it is another tool that's very inexpensive. So there you go. So now I'm going to not use these with the turquoise because I don't want the sweet mango mixing with the turquoise. It doesn't take long for that to dry, but I'm just going to grab 2 new Post-it notes to do the turquoise. That way I'm not going to blend the sweet mint because I don't want a blended look. Sometimes you want that blended look. I don't want that right now. Right there. And I'm going to use, yes.
I also wanted to let everybody know that I just put our affiliate link in the comments for Gina's products.
Oh, yeah.
So guys, if you're thinking about buying anything from Gina's store, use the link that I put in, and then that helps Anna and I get a small percentage of the sales.
Right. It doesn't cost you anything.
Nope.
And we do try to use our affiliate links. We do disclose it on our blog and our website.
Yeah. And I'm also going to put the link in for your stencils.
And that is not an affiliate link. That is just goes right to Stencil Girl. But I am always happy when we can support small companies. And believe it or not, Stencil Girl is a small company. It is Mary and her husband. And she has a couple employees. But most of us work with just 1 or 2 people, you know, when we have businesses. So now I'm going to do this last section. But you guys can see how easy this is, right? I mean, it's just super easy. I think I'm going to do the flowers.
Ooh, that's one of my favorite stencils.
They are,
yeah,
nice.
I love flowers. I love flowered stamps, you know.
So
stencils.
Some of these on this one card, I used very small designs and some bigger. And it doesn't matter. It's all going to look great, which is also a good way for you guys to just play and see what you like. And even the color combinations. I mean, for Gina's inks, she has like that one sheet that I showed you. But if you go on her YouTube channel, or if you type in GinaK color combinations for inks, there are several videos that show the color combinations that work really well together. There we go. So this, once again, is like foiling when you get to pull off and reveal. I think that might be my favorite part of crafting. When you have the reveal of anything, it is just fun to me.
Yep.
So
Like embossing powder the first time, right?
So I'm going to start down here and pull this one up. And this I'm just putting on the edge of my table because you can reuse them. And if you can reuse them, you can, I'll show you the other cards I made. You can reuse these several times because, okay, so these are some of the ones I cut and used for all of the samples I will show you. But as you're pulling these off, sometimes you can look and go, oh no, there is colors that are mixing there, but that is part of the masking magic. That's going to come off too. So don't be alarmed. I remember one of the earlier designs I had sold to a magazine was a jean jacket I did where I blended all the inks, and it was just like a mishmash until you stamped and did all the designs over it, and it just turned out beautifully.
Oh, yes.
And it's a class I have taught, and it is so much fun because people are like, this looks like, ooh, until you have that finished product and have it done and they see it, and it's so beautiful. So as I'm putting the tape on my counter, I'm trying not to get the craft sheet attached so that I can move the craft sheet out of the way. Isn't this cool, guys? Kelly, I need to order some of the masking magic. So like if you want, like these ones, I have the sheets and I cut these myself. So you can get the sheets or you can get the strips like I used today. So either one, but isn't that fun? Rebecca, I'm loving the color combination you're using. I know, isn't it pretty? So this, you don't need to do much more than to put it on a card base like that. It's so simple. The strips come off easily. Yes, they do. Masking tape doesn't always. You're right, Isabel. And yes, Rebecca, it's sort of a fall color palette. That's why I chose the 5 colors I picked, because I thought we're going into fall and it's perfect. So here are some of the other ones that I did. So this one is just one solid color. I just used the wild dandelion, and I think that's cool too. And I made the triangles bigger, right? So this one, I wanted lots of them so you guys could really see the colors. This one, when I did this, it kind of reminded me of a bumblebee, yellow and black. So I thought,
that's really hot right now.
I know, but I thought, okay, so I want to add more color. So that's one. Here's one with the same 2 colors and the coral reef. Ooh, and this one, I didn't go in order. Like there's the wild dandelion, and then I kind of just didn't use that again because I wanted to see what would that look like. You know, so there are no rules to this. And those are the things I love to do. I love to do things that you just get to play and have fun. And you create what you want. Now, here is one with the jelly bean green.
Ooh, that's
And
pretty.
I love that one too. And then here's one more I want really tiny with the strips, right? I mean, that's very, very, very tiny. But because I went so tiny, I was able to use a lot more of my squares and my ovals and my rectangles. And that's why I went so tiny. So I could see how many different things I could use. And then here is one completed. So I just took one of my
scallop.
I know, it is what I love.
Yep.
I took just one of my sentiments and put a bow and layered it. And that's just a great card. So you can have these card bases ready and just whip up a card. Like I said, I always have lots of these on hand, usually in black. I do have some colored ones. I do have a few, not a lot, because I do like the black and white. And I always have a bunch of these ready. And they just fit together so nicely. But if you go ahead and pre-do some of these, like spend an afternoon, a couple hours, and just play. You know, if you're in your room and you're playing, just play with different color combinations and different widths of the triangles. You know, I did the very, very first one I did on a smaller card base. But when I layered it, I didn't like it. So I went to the bigger card base. But I do like that. Like this would be cute, not for an A2 card, for a smaller card. And just for a little thank you. And you could handwrite on here, thank you, if you have beautiful handwriting like Lisa's. I do not have that beautiful handwriting, which is why I design on the computer all the time. But you could put thank you, and that in itself would be cute. You could even fold it in half and make it a little tag. So there's a lot you can do with this. I hope you guys play, because I think playing is so important for many reasons. But
I have to say, the one that has the is that a red or
this has coral reef on it.
coral? Okay. I like that one best.
Wow.
I requested the blue, but boy, that other one just pops.
Yeah. I mean, and see, I put the two together there. So I was trying something different. I was trying not to, it doesn't have to be every other. For this one I did today, I wanted it every other so you could see, but I wanted to show you, you can do it with just one color and have it more monotone, or you can do the colors. And then I have 3 of the sweet mango, and then I have the coral reef, and then the sweet mango again. So you can do anything you want. Just have fun. I think that's the most important thing, is to have fun. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're crafting, I think it's important to
enjoy what you're doing, right?
Enjoy, and just
because
crafting should bring you joy.
Exactly.
Right? I mean,
exactly. Yes.
You don't want to be in your craft room or your craft area and
be like, oh, I have another.
That's why you play. You see what. Isabel, you're right. There aren't enough hours in the day to try out all these ideas. It is true, but like, I think just sometime when you're in your studio, I mean, so often Lisa and I are preparing for next week's live or a workshop we're teaching, or,
Mhm.
you know, doing all the business end of everything.
The magazine, yeah.
That we don't have as much time to play, which is why
Yeah.
a lot of my lives are technique based, because then I get to play, but I get to share.
Yeah. Well, that's the best part of
Elaine,
crafting, right?
happy to have you here. Your craft room is your happy place. It
And
is.
it should be
It's
wherever, even
me
if
too.
you don't have an actual space, even if it's your dining room table, which is where I think we all started out, right? Yeah, I know
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wherever it is, you need to enjoy
yeah,
it.
wherever you are. And like Isabel said, there aren't enough hours, but that's why sometimes, it's nice not to be structured in what you're doing,
Mm,
and just grab your supplies out and play.
just go. Yep.
I can't stress the importance enough of playing with everything you have. Um, Renee, it's frustrating when I'm trying to figure out what to play with, and after hours, I'm discouraged. No,
Uh,
that's no fun. I'm sorry. Sometimes, if you're looking to get inspired and you're in your room alone, like I've got, I don't know, a 42-inch TV in this space, and I have my computers, and I have a huge, I have two screen, I have huge screens. Um, during the day, I don't have the TV on, but at night, if I'm in here preparing for a class or something, sometimes I put YouTube on, and I will find some of my creative girlfriends and just turn their channel on and just watch and play.
yeah.
Because you never know what little nugget you're going to take
Yep.
from somebody. Like I said, wasn't my idea. This is something Gina had done not too long ago. And I thought, oh, I could use my stencils and it would be cute. And I'm
Yeah.
using hers anyhow. So I'm not sure when you got here, Elaine, but this is the card we created, or this is the background we created.
Yeah.
I didn't actually do a card. I had one done. Yeah, Renee, it is a good idea. Just to find some people that you like on YouTube. You could watch our channel.
We
And
have hundreds of videos.
and I put it on, and that's what's in the background. I might not be watching like you would a movie, but I'm listening, and then sometimes I go, oh, wait, what did she do there? Okay,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
you
Yep.
know, because you can get so inspired by what other people are sharing. And there's so many good videos out there now and tutorials.
Yep.
So if you're in
And
a rush,
I have to
that's what
say,
I would do.
yeah, I have to say too that I have learned through the years, and every once in a while I still do it, but it's rare. But when I'm working on something and I'm getting discouraged, Renee, and I'm getting frustrated because I had it envisioned one way and it's not coming out, what I'll do is I walk away from it. Even
Mm,
if I have a deadline, I walk away from it, even if it's just a couple hours or an hour, and then I come back. And then when I come back, it's almost instantaneous that I'll look at it and I'll go, that
oh
looks
my.
great like that. What was I? So when you get discouraged like that, because all creatives do, we all do it, just walk away from whatever it is you're doing and just leave it and then
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
And you'd be amazed, when you come back that you're going, oh, wow, that really does. Or you take that time and then something pops in your head. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I should try that. And then you go back again. So, yeah,
And
if it makes you frustrated, don't do it.
you can always call a creative girlfriend. Like we do a lot of video calls. And you
Yes.
just say, what's wrong with this?
Yep. Yep.
Or
And I do that.
you can
Yep.
brainstorm. I mean, I love brainstorming because sometimes
We just did that. We just did that recently with the
we do.
project that I'm doing for next week.
Yep. Yep.
because I was going to start with one project, an idea that I had, and then Anna and I were talking, and it was like, she's like, "Oh no, what do you think about?" I was like, "Oh my god,
So cool. You guys are
yeah,
going to love the project next week.
yeah, it's gonna be fun." I'm bringing Christmas now. That's not something that I normally do. I was telling Rich, normally when I'm down here, I'm doing Halloween stuff,
I know you are.
but my very favorite Halloween place where I like to go for Halloween stamps is Impression Obsession, and unfortunately, you know, they're closing. So, but next week is going to be Christmas, and it's going to be pretty, and you
Yeah.
guys are going to love it.
Rebecca's working on Christmas right now.
Yeah,
Elaine said
a
it's
lot of people do.
hard. Thank you. So you watched the show. Yay. We love to have you. And she just ordered some of the magic tape sheets. They work so great. And
Yeah.
like I said, I mean, okay, so these are like a strip of Post-it notes, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's still sticky. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backgrounds, all with these ones.
They stay sticky a while.
And they're still sticky. And I can take and put these back on the sheet, or you can put it on a piece of freezer paper, the shiny side.
Right.
So
Okay.
you can reuse them, but you can reuse them until they don't stick anymore. So, I mean, I really like that about when you buy a product and it's not a one and done.
Yes. Yes. Because stuff's expensive.
Things are expensive, but like if you can reuse these, and like I said, I did all those backgrounds except the one I did today with those, and they were on my counter so I could reuse them. And then I saw the package I had grabbed were the strips. And I thought, oh, let's just use the strips, which I didn't know I had in my stash. Because I have all my magic masking magic together, and I have like 4 packages of them. So it's,
Yeah.
But okay, I'll read some of these comments. Dorothy said she was sad to see Impression Obsession closing. I mean, they've been around so long.
They are one of the first I worked with.
I know. Isabel, it's sad when a favorite supplier closes. I know, and there's so many lately. I mean,
it's like, what is
closed last year. The good thing about Stampendous, Fran, is doing some designing for Spellbinders right now.
Yes.
So you can still get some of Fran's designs. So, I mean, we are thrilled for her.
Yes.
Katie, nice that they can be reused, and freezer paper is great. Okay.
I know where this is going.
I buy freezer paper in the big roll. I mean, I think it costs $10, right? I mean, but they come in big rolls, and I have it in my room. So like when we buy meat in bulk, my husband will be, "Where's freezer paper?" When I come in here, he's like, of course, it's in your craft room. Because I have a drawer where I have freezer paper, I have press and seal plastic, I have, stuff. But I use them so much, it makes more sense for them to be in here than in the kitchen. So, there was another comment I saw. Dorothy said, I like going to a stamp company's Facebook page or website and see what others have done. Split Coast Stampers is also great. Yeah, there's so many places to get great inspiration. And I would never say claim something as your own. Like I said, Gina did this, and I'm using her stuff. I'm using my stamps or stencils. But you can get inspiration with this. And I think, like, when I was laying this out, I think this would be cute in all sorts of geometric shapes.
Mm-hmm.
And I have done the over stenciling before back here in a Facebook Live a couple of years ago, because I remember doing my big circles. But yeah, there's just so many places now you can get inspiration overload.
Oh boy.
But instead of scrolling, that's why
Yeah.
I put YouTube on. Like I have favorite people that I watch, or creative girlfriends
Yep.
that I watch, just because it's good for them. You know, if you're watching their YouTube channel,
Yep.
that helps their numbers. And I even let the commercials go. If
Yep.
it's real
Trying
fun.
to help. Yeah.
But it's kind of mindlessly on in the background, but I always seem to catch something that, oh, I like that, or ooh, that's a great project, or because we do events, I'll even say, hey, I want you to teach at my event.
Yeah.
You know, I have done that. I have reached out to people because of
And again, check out, if you haven't done so already, guys, check out our YouTube. We have hundreds of projects on there from, at what, 5 years ago, 4 years? I don't know, but there's
we have
hundreds.
been doing YouTube for a very long time. We weren't good at it. We didn't take care of our channel. We didn't I used to do a pajama party with Tiffany Windsor, Cool to Craft, like 12, 15 years ago. I said, this is where we need to be. We need to be doing videos. And I had my own channel, and we did Bella, but there's only so much time. So when we got the opportunity to stream our lives on YouTube and here.
Yeah.
So we're trying to grow our YouTube channel. It's not that, I mean, Tiffany hasn't even used her channel for 8 years, but she has 92,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So, it is a wealth of stuff there. Always good to make connections with the community of crafters. Katie, I couldn't agree more. It is.
Exactly.
I mean, it is so nice. Raylene, did you miss anything? I'm not sure when you came in, Raylene, but I shared how to create backgrounds using Masking Magic, GinaK's Masking Magic, her inks, and my stencils. So, and for those of you that are new, if you came in kind of in the middle, like, share, and comment this video with the hashtag Bella Crafts. We have giveaways every single week. We love giveaways. We love giveaways. We love our sponsors. This week's giveaway is a $25 gift card for GinaK. We announce this week's winner next week. That way, anybody watching the replays has time to still enter. And we keep that open until midnight on Tuesday the following week. So make sure you hashtag Bella Crafts. If you're doing it on Facebook, Lisa has a randomizer program that pulls them from Facebook. On YouTube, she will hand take your name and add it in there.
Because YouTube won't work with it.
Yeah, well, thank you, Katie. Really, she'll go back and watch later, and she hopes you're doing okay, Lisa, with the air quality. Lisa, is air quality okay where you're at?
Where I am now, yes, but
Nice.
they are really having issues. My kids are down here, so also for the week. So I was glad, but my brother-in-law is still up there, and they were talking about how bad it was. That I told her, put a mask on, don't be going out in that, because they showed pictures and it was just orange. It was just orange. Yeah, so I am okay, thank you, because I'm down here, enjoying my beach.
I know.
And, praying for everybody up there, because on top of that, it's been triple digit in the heat too, in the high desert, and that's that's not fun, especially with that smoke.
No, because we get the smoke. I'm in Minnesota, and from Canada, when they have their wildfires.
Yeah.
Air quality is really bad. but I notice it more in the haze where you can't see. It's like, whoa. I can't see
Right?
that in a small town because I'm in this little tiny town.
Yeah.
My town is good, but like if I go out, you know,
Yeah. Well, I
it
mean,
hasn't been bad this year. So I'm glad
yeah.
you're okay. And Katie, thank you. She said she loved my stencils. Thank you. Stencil Girl is a fabulous company, and
Yeah.
they do such a good job. And
And I
yeah,
did put the link in, guys, for Anne's stencils. So, make sure that you check it out.
yeah. So, do you have last week's winner?
I do.
So
I do.
last week, Lisa was off because she was traveling to the beach. And so I did a live at 2:00 alone. And I used my stencils last week too. It's strange because sometimes I go in spurts where, I have the stencils. I just want to play and do different things. So I used them last week and this week. But I used them last week with Thermoweb and their deco foil. And to show that, because y'all know I love foiling, so I used that. And the prize is a prize package from us filled with Thermoweb products and a few extra things, a few extra goodies.
Extra fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we work with a lot of really great companies, and because
Yeah, we do.
we do events, like the event that we do in the spring, Millicon, people have the option to get it with swag. So I get a lot of stuff from manufacturers, and sometimes I have extra, and I like to share with all of you. And we are doing, I had mentioned a while ago that I was doing an in-person event. And as soon as I posted that in-person event, it was at like 2 or 3 in the morning. I had everything ready. I had everything planned.
Yes.
Eileen, Hall, Juliana, and I were teaching. And then that morning at 9:00, I got a message from the hotel that they had to change the room, the venue we were in. And I got this horrible feeling. And I said, yeah, no. So we're doing it as a virtual event. And I have so many more people teaching.
Yes.
Lisa is not teaching because her wrist. And she will have just had surgery, but it is going to be in October, and I will be posting information about it within the next 2 weeks as we're I'm gathering all the information from.
We're doing a holiday craftathon.
Yep, it is holiday craftathon.
Yes.
So 3 days of crafting fun.
Yeah, and we have a lot of great teachers for that too. That's going to be fun.
We do. I mean,
Yeah.
I am beyond thrilled.
Yeah, I can't teach, but I told Anne I can peck with one hand while, links or whatever we may need. And I wanted to, okay, Dorothy, Palm Springs is like an hour or 2 away from me. So I think that they're okay there in Palm Springs. So, so you check with your sister anyways, but just saying that, I don't think they're getting it down there. And then Katie, yes, about the air quality. Yes. If you wear a mask, it is, so much better for your lungs. You don't want to be inhaling that stuff if you're, anywhere in the area like that.
If you can. And craft.
Yeah.
Hi, Jill. You're new, I believe. I don't think your name before. So we're at the end of our project, but this is what I showed how to create backgrounds with stencils, masking magic, and GinaK inks. And you make a bunch of backgrounds, you can whip up a card in no time.
In no time. Yes, yes.
Sorry that the in-person event didn't work out, as I know you were looking forward to it. I was as well. I mean, I love in-person events. It has been years because we did the 2 big ones at Mall of America, and then COVID happened. And those were huge. This was going to be a smaller, intimate event, but I'm okay with it. I think the time wasn't right. And I had some people reach out and say, "Hey, I was going to buy a ticket. It's got," and I said, I know, but so because it's going to be virtual, a lot more people can come, and it's all good. I mean,
I love virtual events. I just do.
Well, you're more of a homebody too. You know,
Yes,
I mean, you tend to, which is great, and I think it's perfect for everybody this way. It's going to be different than BellaCon in that all of the instructors are not going to be together. Like at BellaCon, I try to get all of the instructors together so you guys get the feel of a party.
Yeah, it is a whole lot of fun.
Well, this is going to be a bit different. Elaine is also a homebody. See? So, I mean, and I'm a homebody, but I love people and I love hugs. And I love to see my girlfriends and my creative friends. And so an in-person retreat will happen, just not yet. And yes, Isabel, you can join regardless of where the event is being hosted. Yeah. And so when I decided to cancel, I thought, I just want, Eileen and I and Jules already had our projects decided, and I just invited more people. So we're going to have Cheryl Boglioli, who we interviewed last month. She's going to be doing a workshop. We have a new author that we're putting an ebook together. I am in Minnesota, Elaine, and Lisa is in California. Raylene, yes. Love people and hugs and sing yes. See? Rebecca is a homebody, but she prefers hand-on learning and hugs. See? I mean, someday we will all be together at that in-person event. And we will get all the hugs. But so we have a new author. Her name is Meg Dabes. We interviewed her a couple months ago, and she's going to be teaching. I'm trying to think. I moved my list. Yes, hugs only. Kelly, you're in Minnesota. Where are you?
Wow.
Let me.
Okay, Elaine's in Cali.
I'm going to grab my list so you guys will know.
Yeah, because there's a lot of great teachers on there. I mean,
I am still waiting to hear from a couple of them.
Yeah, that's going to be. It's going to be fun. But our events are always fun. We always have such a good time. No matter what we're doing.
They are. So I'm teaching. I usually don't teach at BellaCon because of all the things. But because I'm not going to be traveling, I thought I'm going to teach. And I'm actually teaching like 5 classes, maybe 6. Some of them are small. Eileen is teaching. Jules, Tiffany Windsor.
That's so cool that she's,
Tiffany
so cool.
is the daughter of Aline from Aline's Tacky Glue.
Yes.
And she's a very dear friend. And she is going to be teaching a workshop. Chantal Johnson. She is a phenomenal designer. And
she did a couple little make it thingies on BellaCon.
She did because I already had the slate, but I wanted her there, and she had a new book that was released, and I thought, let's talk about your book, and then you can do a couple little crafts, and she did. Sarah Newman, who is in Germany, and she will be teaching. Julie McGuffey, Cheryl Boglioli, Amanda from Pear Blossom Press, Karen Hightower, who is on GinaK's design team.
I love Karen.
And She
She does
is
such
teaching a
beautiful work.
workshop. And then there's Meg, and there's a couple more that I'm waiting for confirmation from. And then we have some manufacturers that are going to come on and share what they have that's new, or maybe do a project. I told them it was up to them, but
Yeah.
Jessie James Beats is one of them. Michelle from Pink and Maine, Tanisa from Trinity Stamps, and we have a few more. But it is going to be a great lineup, and
Mhm.
we're excited about it. Kelly, you're in Big Lake. I grew up in Coon Rapids, and I live
Okay.
by Alexandria. So I live in a little teeny town of less than 300 people. I think there's like
And most of those are her grandbabies.
no, none of them live in this town. Although I do have 17 grandbabies. And
I'm always teasing her about it.
no, there's nothing to tease about. I am blessed beyond measure.
Yes, you are. Oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah,
And they're so dang cute.
they are.
All of them,
So,
yeah.
we should announce last week's winner.
Oh, yeah.
I
Okay.
will give you guys more information about the event as we
Yeah.
get closer, but I am excited. It's a great lineup, and there'll be like 20 some classes. So
Yeah. We'll be yakking a lot about it in the next few weeks. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited. All right. So the winner from last week, and I recognize this name, but I can't remember from where. Lynn Trock.
oh, she came to our event. Yep.
I was going to say, okay.
Congratulations, Lynn.
Yes, congratulations, Lynn. Yeah, I knew I recognized the name, but I couldn't remember from where.
Yeah,
So
she's I think she watches the replays more than she's here live. But yes. So Elaine lives in South California, small town. Grandchildren and
12 grandchildren and 2
grandbabies.
Yeah.
See?
Okay, so Elaine, where do you live in Cali? Well, you may not want to say the town, and that's okay if you don't. I'm okay with that, but I just thought I would know. Just being nosy.
Well, when you find people that might be close to you. I mean, because Big Lake isn't so. Oh, 8 grandchildren.
Oh, 8. Okay.
12 and a half great grandbabies.
Are still okay.
I saw that asterisk. I thought, is that 0? Okay. So Kelly, Big Lake isn't so far from me. Barstow, I have no idea.
Barstow, yes. Elaine, I'm in Victorville, so you're a half an hour away from me, north of me. Yeah.
Now, if Lisa was the type that would get out.
I know, because I feel like I go out for doctor's appointments or testing, and that's about it. It's just like, ugh.
And then she tries to have most of her doctor's appointments as a video call.
Yeah, because I don't want to go out. It's like, all right, if I have to go, because I have to go in for all the testing. I can't do that at home. If I could, I would. Trust me. Because
Elaine says she doesn't get out either. And you're only 30 miles apart.
I am a happy girl in my house.
Would you believe Lisa and I used to go to all the shows together, and we would fly, we would meet in Texas, and then we would drive to New Mexico to film for PBS.
Yep.
And we did that for several years. Cheryl doesn't have her show anymore on PBS. If she did, I would still be going.
Yeah.
But Lisa and I would meet,
and we always stayed together.
Huh?
Yeah. And we always stayed together. Same hotel.
We'd arrange our planes so that we'd get in within an hour or two of each other and leave the same way. And we had lots of adventures.
Yeah, it was
we were such good friends.
I know. I miss doing that so much. It was so much fun. I love doing the shows. I love going to the shows. And I keep saying that, one of these days I'm going to be able to get back there. But, you're getting
You don't want
older.
to go to the next show. It's in Seattle. I'm not thrilled about going, but I already booked my room.
Yeah. Oh, Seattle. Okay. So that's on my side of the world, anyways. Okay, cool.
Well, thank you all for joining us and staying with us, sticking with us. Make sure you come back next week. Well, first, make sure you like, share, and comment #BellaCrafts so you're entered for the giveaway of GinaK's $25 gift card.
Yes.
And come back next week, 12 o'clock Central. Lisa will be live. 2 o'clock Central. I will be live. We will be live on YouTube and Facebook.
Yes.
And we are actually working with my products. I mean, I work with my products almost every week. I incorporate them somehow in with our sponsor.
Right.
We are working with my products next week. So
yeah, I'm excited. I'm doing a Christmas card. No, I'm excited.
It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
I can't wait.
Now let's hope it goes together exactly how she sees it in her mind. Dorothy said she's finding it hard to travel too far. Yeah, I get back from visiting my in-laws yesterday. It was good visit, but sore hip. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, being in a car we drive, I think, 2 hours down here. So that can be a drive,
and I drive 2 days to go to Texas every year.
I was going to say.
I gladly drive. Well, I don't drive. I'm the passenger.
You're a passenger. That's right.
My husband does all the driving.
Yeah. Rich does mine too. It's like, yeah, okay. I did it earlier. You can take over now.
Yeah. Well, thank you all. This has been lovely. And I hope you like this technique and I hope you try it. And if you do, make sure to post anything you create in our group, Do You Love to Craft? Because we love to see what everybody is doing. Isabel actually did some beautiful earrings. I don't know if you put it in Do You Love to Craft, Isabel?
I saw something.
I saw it come up. She did it on Jules's loom.
I was going to say, yep. Beautiful work, girl. Beautiful. Yes.
So
yes. And the link is in here for Do You Love to Craft? So if you're not, familiar, haven't joined, it's in the comment section so you can find us.
Yeah.
So
make sure you take some time to craft.
Yes, because it's good for your soul.
It is. It truly is. And thank you guys.
We'll see you next week.